Welcome to Vercel PostgreSQL Build a Thoughts API, an autism-friendly coding tutorial where we'll take calm, clear steps to connect your Next.js app to a live Postgres database on Vercel. By the end, you'll have your own API that accepts thoughts through a post request and lists them through a GET request, all backed by Neon, Vercel's Postgres integration. We'll do this together in 6 simple steps. Let's start with step 1, creating the database. From your Vercel dashboard, click the Storage tab, then click Create Database. This opens the Setup screen where you'll choose which database provider to use. Next, choose Neon as your provider. If you haven't used Neon before, click Accept and Create when prompted. Pick the region closest to you for lower latency and fewer timeouts. For example, I'm choosing Portland, Oregon. Click Continue to confirm. Name your database thoughts-app-db. Keep it simple and memorable. Click Create to provision the database. Once the database is ready, click Connect. This opens the connection panel so we can access tools like the SQL editor and environment snippet. Next, click SQL Editor. This opens Neon's built-in SQL console connected to your new database. In the SQL editor, create the table as shown in the screenshot. Click the .env.local tab, then click Copy Snippet. In your Next.js project folder, open the .env.local file. Paste the snippet you just copied. Save the file. Next, make sure you've installed the @vercel/postgres package in your project. This is what allows your app to connect to the Neon database. In your app folder, create a file called types.ts. This defines what a thought looks like so TypeScript can help catch mistakes. Each thought has an ID, the text itself, and a timestamp for when it was created. Inside your app folder, make a new folder named API, and in that folder, make a new folder named Thoughts, and inside that folder, create a file called route.ts. Next.js will automatically use this file for both GET and POST requests. Now let's add the code that reads and writes to the database. We'll import Next response from Next.js and SQL from @vercel/postgres. Then we'll write one function for GET requests and one for POST requests. The GET route retrieves recent thoughts. The POST route adds a new thought and returns it. We also check that content exists before saving. Now start your app and visit /API/thoughts in your browser. If everything's connected, you'll see an empty array. That means your API is live and talking to the database. Let's add our first thought using curl from Windows Command Prompt. Make sure your server is still running, then open the command prompt window and run the command shown on screen. You've just sent data to your API and stored it in your database. That's the moment it all comes together. In this tutorial, we created a Neon Postgres database and thoughts table through Vercel. We then built an API endpoint that can post new thoughts and get existing ones from that table. Finally, we verified that everything works end-to-end. If this tutorial helped you, consider subscribing for more calm, autism-friendly coding content. Each new video builds your skills step by step at a pace designed for clarity and focus. Subscribing is the best way to find your way back here when you're ready to keep learning.